everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Loose Lips. I'm Donna and I'm joined by Charlotte.
Hi everyone, how are you all doing on this lovely Wednesday afternoon? I was going to say sunny Wednesday afternoon, but sunny. Not quite there yet, are we? We've got a fab show coming up today. We've got loads of fantastic things. We've got our usual epic fails. We've got a caller, haven't we, ringing in with a funny story. We've got a showbiz update with Mr. Will Fox. We've got loads of gossip. It's also foster caring fortnight, so we've got a guest coming in later to talk about foster caring and answer any questions that anybody's got. We've got our very own Alan, who has been performing as Fagin in Oliver this week, and he's going to be coming in and hopefully staying in character. We're going to see how long he can stay in character, and we've got a few questions to ask him. So absolutely loads coming up in the next 2 hours. So we'll be right back after a little bit of Grooves in the Heart.
We're going to dance. We're going to dance. We're going to dance and have some fun.
Satisfaction when we're done, satisfaction of what's to come. I couldn't ask for another. No, I couldn't ask for another. Your groove, I do deeply dig. No walls, only the bridge. My supper dish, my crocketesh wish. Sing it, baby. I couldn't ask for another. Just lovely and delicious. I couldn't ask for another.
Something lurks in this torso. Heart got a deal you wanna know. Delightful, truly delightful. Making it, doing it, especially at a show. Feeling kinda high like a Hendrix haze. Music makes motion moves like a maze. All inside of me, heart especially. Hilt of the rhythm, where I wanna be. Come on, flowing, glowing with electric eyes. You dip to the dive, baby, you'll realize. Baby, you'll see the funk inside of me. Baby, you'll see that rhythm is the key. Get with it, can't think, quit it. Stomp on the stoop when I hear funk blue. Playing pop pipe, follow her to shoot. Baby, just sing about the groove.
Sing it. The groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart.
Come on, y'all. And welcome back. That was a bit of a sudden end, wasn't
I know.
it?
Groovers in the Heart, getting us in the mood for today's show.
Absolutely.
Bit of grooving.
Bit of grooving.
Yeah. Have you had a groovy week?
I have had a groovy week. I haven't really done much, to be honest, but it's been nice and good. So obviously we went to see Oliver last night, which was brilliant.
We did, yeah. That was really good. Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We loved it. It was amazing. Definitely recommend that.
Absolutely. And you were paddleboarding at the weekend, weren't you?
I was, yeah. I was very proud of myself, actually. I feel like I've fully pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I went down to my friends on Saturday and did an hour and a half of yoga, followed by the paddleboarding.
So intensive yoga.
So it was intensive yoga. I mean, there was parts of it where she was like, just rest on your hands and lift your legs up. I was like, my legs are not going off the floor. It was pretty hardcore yoga. And then we went and got on the paddleboards, and I did go into slight panic mode where I was like, I'm not sure if I can get on here. It was on the canal.
Oh, so was it clean water?
It was green water with lots of bird poop in it, really. And the thing that she said was...
don't fall in.
Yeah, she said, well, if you fall in, just don't swallow a mouthful of the water. Which sort of unnerved me quite a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I didn't fall in.
That's really good.
Yeah. I stayed on the board, didn't get wet at all. I stood up for about 30 seconds, which was
enough. You've done it.
Did it an hour to the end through the little under a bridge. I had to lay on my back,
my gosh.
Like we were 3 inches away from the bridge, and like glide under this little bridge.
What would you have done if you got stuck?
I don't know. Again, I was flapping. I think I was the weakest link of the group, to be fair, but they were all being very kind to me and nurturing me on. So I was really chuffed with myself, actually.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, I'm at a sound bath tonight, which is really nice. We've both been to these before, and it's where they play a lot of instruments and cymbals and singing bowls, and you just tune in and zone out. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Gorgeous.
I'll be like a new woman tomorrow.
Oh, good. You'll need to be ready for work. Well, stay tuned. We've got loads coming up, and we'll be right back after this.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if
Are you happy, Charlotte?
I am happy.
We're always happy, aren't we?
We're always happy when we're in here.
Yeah. And we're very happy to be joined by Fagin. He's come from fresh off the stage with Oliver, and it's foster care and fortnight, so we thought we'd invite Fagin in to talk about how he looks after his boys.
Good afternoon, ladies. I'm very pleased to have the pleasure of your intimate acquaintance. It's very nice to be here on the Red Radio, or Red Wireless as I call it.
It's absolutely lovely to have you here. Tell us about your gang then. Tell us about your boys. How do you look after them?
Well, I ensure that they all get some board and lodge. I give them a bed at night. I feed them. They get sausages every day. I give them drinks, which is gin, of course. They've got to have a drop of gin, my dears. You know what I mean? It keeps them warm when they're out there. And in return, all I ask is that they pick a pocket or two, you know?
That's not a lot
very
to ask,
important.
is it?
It's not a lot, especially when you're getting sausages.
And what's the best thing they've ever brought you back from the pockets?
Well, what can I say, my dear? I once had a lovely golden brooch, but my favourite item is my tiara. I got a tiara which is worth hundreds and thousands of pounds, my dear.
And you wear it?
Sometimes I do. As you might have seen me last night when I was showing you what I do with my pearls, when I put pearl amongst the others in my place that I keep with all my other ladies, special lady friends. Yes.
And do you think you could teach us to pick a pocket or two, Fagin?
It wouldn't be very hard at all, my dear. All you got to do is see if you can take this pocket from this handkerchief from my pocket,
right?
And basically, without me noticing it, just like you saw the others do last night.
So do you need a distraction? Would I say, hey Fagin, there's a bird?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what you're a natural, my dear. A natural, my dear.
We'd have to make sure we didn't have any high heels on because we'd need to tiptoe up quietly, wouldn't we?
Very much so. Very much so, my dears.
So, what's your favourite part about looking after all of the boys then, Fagin?
The riches that they bring me. They make me very rich indeed.
Mm-hmm. And if people wanted to see you, how would they come and see you?
Basically, they can go and to Middlesbrough Theatre box office online via the internet, as they call it. I don't think I can carry this on much longer.
That newfangled thing.
And or they can go directly to the box office and purchase tickets on the night. And you're about to see me tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday matinee and Saturday evening.
I feel it's going a bit Ali G.
Yes.
You're doing well, though.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dears.
We won't ask you to sing.
Okay.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We would recommend it because we went last night. It was an absolutely fantastic show.
Can I just be me now? Is that all right?
Yeah,
okay, thank you. No, I just...
God, you don't sound like Fagin.
No, I don't know. No, I just wanted to say that for anybody, I know you came and watched the show last night, and for an opening night, it was just amazing. Because I think... as an actor, whether you're amateur like we are, you know, a small theatre production like this, or a West End show, you rely on the audience very much so. And I think last night there was times where, you know, we want that interaction from the crowd, and we got it last night. And I think when you're on there and you're performing, you get a buzz from it, and it really was. Last night was amazing, you know. And at the end, to see people standing up, and we got a stand ovation, and it does, and like, you know, I get quite emotional because you put your everybody, not just, it's not about me, it's, you know, it's about the whole production company, and that's not just the performers on the stage. There are so many people behind the scenes who, you know, when those lights go off on the stage, there's people moving props on and off the stage. There's the lighting crew, there's the sound crew, you know, who do everything. There's a big team of people, and there's too many to mention because, you know, I definitely forget a few people, but Alison Dale is the musical director, and she's put everything together. We've been working since November 2023 to put this on, and, you know, it's been Mondays, Wednesdays, and then obviously those Mondays, Wednesdays become Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and the last couple of weeks have just been sort of blended into one. But honestly, to get the feedback that we've had on like social media and through yourselves and giving us this opportunity to sort of talk about the show is just amazing, because it is, and yeah, of course I'm going to tell you it's very good, but I don't have to say that because you both have said it because you came and saw it last night, so that saves me having to sort of to promote the show, because
there was just a lovely atmosphere actually, wasn't there? And I felt like it got better and better as it went on, didn't it? Like it was great, and the whole cast is like age from children, isn't it, all the way up to adults.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the costumes, the singing, the dance, it was just all outstanding. It was a really family friendly, like you said, it was a wholesome evening. Yes, it was definitely wholesome, wasn't it?
And even the lovely ushers, the gentlemen in their tuxedos, were just so welcoming. It was a nice little touch. That
I think what we try and do is we try and give you an experience, and it's like sort of, so that imagining, yes, look, we're in Middlesbrough, it's Middlesbrough Theatre, but it's a night out as well, and it's that opportunity that you're going to the West End, or and you're going to see a show, and that looking at some of the comments that people said last night, that it was as good as a West End production, which is like, that's the best sort of feedback we could ever have, and I know that Alison and the rest of the crew will be over the moon with that sort of, because they're the comments that, like, look, for all the hard work that you put in to hear something like that just like blows you away, because it just means that everything's clicked in on the night, and we should quite aptly consider ourselves very lucky.
Yes, you should be very proud.
that we do get that opportunity, and honestly, I'm flabbergasted, like I said, because I think I've said to a lot of people, I've wanted to play this part, Fagin, for a long, long time, and I know when we came in and interviewed with the children with Daz several weeks ago, we talked about that, and to actually to do it last night was like the epitome for me. It's like it's something I've ticked off my bucket list, and it's just amazing to be able to play the part and become Fagin, and
you're exceptional. You're really good.
Thank you. Please don't, because you'll get me on.
You should be very proud of yourself. It was fab. So
Thank
definitely
you.
Recommend, get your tickets and get there before Saturday.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity,
Thank
ladies.
you for coming along.
Yeah.
No problem at all. Enjoy the rest of the show, and for anybody out there, this last little go is we've still got tickets left tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday matinee, Saturday evening. It is an amazing show. You'll have a fantastic night out. You'll enjoy the entertainment, and of course you're going to be supporting a local musical theatre company, so please come along.
Please come along, absolutely. And I think one of the things for me was just the amount of talent on Teesside is just blew me away, that we've got that kind of talent acting. It was just brilliant. So yeah, definitely get yourself along. Take all the family and enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
This morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing.
Well, wasn't that great to chat to Alan? He did so well, so well. Keeping in character for so long, I'm not sure I could have done that.
No, definitely not.
I think he's living and breathing Fagin, isn't he?
Yeah,
it's
like
just
method
becoming,
actor.
yeah, it's totally just becoming him. Well, we've still got lots to come. So we've got our epic fail. We've got a fantastic interview later on about foster care. We've got lots of ideas. It's actually Mental Health Week this week. So if you've got any, we've been asking our members about kind of what they do to keep their minds healthy. So if you've got any hints or tips or strategies that you use to keep your mind healthy, then please do pop us a message. We'd love to hear from you. But stay tuned. Lots more coming up soon.
On DAB radio, online and smart speakers.
This is the red. This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bout that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Trick, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bout that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Come on, say what?
Another happy, jolly song.
No, we've got a good theme, haven't we? With it being Mental Health Awareness Week, we've tried to put in some uplifting songs there.
I'll be boogieing in your cars when you're driving around or when you're at work listening. So we now have our epic fail and we have a caller. We've got Lynn. Can you hear us, Lynn?
Hi.
How are
Yes,
you?
I can hear you.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just eating an ice cream, so
Oh, that's nice.
You've caught us.
That's like one of them little pleasures in life, isn't it? A nice ice cream.
I know, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Have you got
delicious.
a flake in it?
No.
Oh.
No, not this one.
Oh, she's disappointed
I know.
now. She's got a disappointed face on. 'cause
My
there's no flake.
favourite is a flake and some blue sherbet on an ice cream.
Oh,
Sorry,
lovely.
I've digressed, haven't I?
She has digressed.
Sorry, it's me. I'm distracting you.
Oh,
So, Lynn, tell us about your epic fail then.
So, the other night, I thought I'd treat my daughter to a posh cup of coffee in Harrods, in the Metro Centre.
Wow.
So, off I went. And she always gets a chai latte, so I thought, right, I'm going to get one as well. So I ordered a chai latte, and I said, can you just make sure you put one shot of coffee in there? And the girl just looked confused. She goes, this isn't made out of coffee. You don't have coffee in a chai latte. I went, oh, all right.
I can't believe that.
It looks like a coffee.
I like a chai latte, so I did. Yeah, I was probably a little bit like you. I did think it had some coffee in, but then that she said to me one day, it's just milk and.
Oh, so there's no caffeine or anything.
There's no caffeine in it. It's just
no, it's not right.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even like it. It wasn't actually that nice.
You wouldn't have bothered if you didn't have coffee in it, would you?
No, but apparently you can have a dirty latte when they put coffee in it, so you can actually have coffee in it, but it's called a dirty latte or something.
So so that would be a dirty chai then?
Something like that, I don't know.
This is when it all gets complicated.
I know,
for
it's
me.
a whole nother world, isn't it?
But this way, I'm just going to stick to a cup of tea from now on.
Yeah.
Good old cup of tea.
Tea's a good option, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
So
I've got it. It wasn't that nice.
Oh, that's disappointing to know. But so you're also a tutor for us at Pins and Needles, aren't you? And you come and you do your Driftwood House workshop.
Oh yes, I do. Well, I do a lot of collecting on the beaches and stuff. And actually, this is another thing that happened, and it's this week. So my husband does all the cooking because I'm always in and out. And anyway, he seems to like it. He came downstairs. He seems to like it. He doesn't complain. And anyway, he came downstairs and he said, "Oh, you've got the oven on. Oh, something smells nice. What are you making tea?" Because he was a bit shocked. I went, "Well, go and have a look." Anyway, he opened the door and he went, "What's this driftwood doing?" I had two bits that were just not drying, so I decided to put them in the oven and cook them.
So not
dry them off.
Not a nice shepherd's pie. It was just a couple of pieces of
I know.
wood.
I know. Just a bit of driftwood,
That's it. When you're into crafting, these are the things they've got to put up with, haven't they? A bit of clay drying in there, some fibre, or a bit of wood, or something
I know.
random.
Exactly. So there you go.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Lynn, and we hope you enjoy your ice cream and have a lovely day.
Do have a fab day.
I will. You too. You
Speak to you
too.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.
We get it almost every night when that moon is big and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Moonlight the other day.
I love that song, Dancing in the Moonlight. It makes me feel so happy. And yes, we were dancing. Well, we were sitting outside on Friday night watching the...
What were you watching?
Aurora Borealis.
Try again.
The Northern Lights. I think we've failed at pronouncing that. But
did Aurora come out for you?
She did. It was, well, you could see it through your camera lens. Was it the same up here? Because I was down near Liverpool, so
right, okay.
Yeah.
No, it was really bright. I'm in Redcar and it was super bright.
Yeah.
So it was we went to the beach and you could look out and it was just stunning. You could kind of see the greens and the purples and stuff, but it was a lot brighter on your phone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it?
It was better than when I went to Iceland last year.
Well, there
Stood
you
in
go.
the freezing cold for 3 hours waiting to see something and it didn't.
No
and
need
then
to
you
go.
see it in your back garden. So
I know, it was crackers, wasn't it? There was just photographs on everyone's socials, wasn't there? It was actually amazing to see.
Yeah.
Good for the soul. And on that topic, we've been, with it being World Mental Health Week this week, we've been asking people to share their ideas of what they do to I guess,
improve their mental health.
Yeah, ensure that their minds are healthy. So we've had a few people send us some messages. So one of them is my son's place of work has told everyone to finish at 4 o'clock every day this week, as it's Mental Health Awareness Week. He's working from home today, so was able to go out for a run and enjoyed his early finish.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, what a nice gesture that's isn't
lovely,
it?
Really lovely. I think he works at Drummond Central in Newcastle and they sound like a really good company to work for. So I think more companies need to adopt that, don't they, and support people's mental health.
It's just little things sometimes like that, isn't it? It might only be an hour, but it makes such a difference.
Definitely. And Claire from the Glamorous Owl in Newcastle said she finds that hitting things with a hammer helps. But she's a silversmith.
She's a silversmith. We need to explain that one, otherwise, you
might not go in there. There's fear of the hammer. But so she just takes out all of her aggression and said she feels loads better after she's done a bit of hammering.
We do a needle felting workshop, don't we, at Pimps and Needles, and that's very similar. So it's a lot of the stabbing action. Which is very good if you've had a bad day. You need to get rid of some of that aggression.
Another of our members, Carolyn from Middlesbrough, has said that she just loves getting out in nature whenever she can go, whenever she's feeling a little bit like she needs it. So a wild swim, walk in the woods or by the river and spotting wildlife. I think that always grounds you, like what we were talking to Erin about last week, like being out there in nature is great for your mental health, isn't it?
Yeah, Alexa from Middlesbrough, she said wild swimming. So yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of that cold water dipping going on, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Well, keep them coming. If you want to let us know what you do for your mental health, you can send us a message to 033 or 043 2002.
And we'll be right back after that.
This is the red. I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair. I hear the sound of a gentle wind on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. Close my eyes. She's somehow closer now. Softly smile, I know she must be kind. In her eyes, she goes with me to a blossom room. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good
sends me there. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations.
Welcome back, and we have Will on the line, Mr. King of Showbiz and our international man of mystery, who's going to give us all of the showbiz goss that we need for the next week. Are you there, Will?
Always.
Hi, Will.
Always. I am here. How are we doing, ladies?
Oh, good, thank you. How are you doing?
Oh, there's the music, even better. I'm well rested. Had a nice few days off work, but I'm back to it today.
Oh, back to it. What have you been up to on your restful days?
Well, I decided to go kind of wild camping, off-grid camping, if you like, no power.
How did you get on with that?
Lovely until the thunder and lightning arrived on Sunday night. So that was abandoned the next day and straight to 5-star hotel.
Sounds nice.
I don't have you down as a camping type of guy, Will.
Yeah, a couple of hours will do me, and then that's enough. You know,
Yeah.
there's no jacuzzi in the woods. And that's what I like, you know.
Oh, sounds amazing though. Where was your 5-star hotel? Whereabouts were you?
It's Seaham Hall up the road from me.
Oh, lovely.
Absolutely free plug there, but highly recommend.
I was going to
Gorgeous
say, you're a regular there. Every time I see you, you're up Seaham Hall. They must know you on first name terms.
They welcome me back. Like, oh, a little bottle of wine. You're such a loyal guest. And I was like, oh, great. Do you need shown to your room? No, you know where it is.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh.
Excellent.
Well, what have you got coming up for us today in your showbiz section?
Well, lots coming up, but I think we need to talk about Baby Reindeer because, as many of us have seen with the Piers Morgan interview last week, the so-called claimed character of Martha came forward to do her exclusive interview, and it's all been kicking off after that. For those that don't know what it's about, Baby Reindeer, well, the character Martha is shown to be like a serial stalker, isn't she? She harasses the central character. She sends endless messages from her iPhone, of course, but is indeed based on a real person. But it's not confirmed who, although this lady has come forward now to say it was me, and basically denied the whole thing.
It's one of those situations where you just jaw drops, don't you? You sort of, I think when you watch Baby Reindeer, you don't know which way it's going to go. It goes down a bit of a rabbit hole. It's gritty, it's true, it's real life, and it's just an unbelievable story and a roller coaster of emotions. And I think that, you know, you feel sorry for the character, and you sort of...
Well, it goes back and forward, doesn't
you?
it? There's points where you think he's fed into her, you know, he's enabled that behaviour kind of thing. So it's definitely shows both sides of the story, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, when Richard Gards, who obviously stars as himself in the series, wrote the script, you know, he made it very clear, don't kind of go looking for these people, and he kind of didn't want anyone, he wanted to keep everyone's identity a secret, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, this lady that's come forward now, she wants to sue Netflix. She wants to, because people have searched these tweets and these letters, and with AI now, it's very easy to trace these back to accounts of people. So,
I think it's
people
very
are pretty
difficult.
sure it's her.
Is it just sorry, I was just
going to denied everything, hasn't she? Like, she's come and she said a lot of things that kind of confirm it as well, to having 6 email addresses. She said she's got all these phones. She's admitted that, she's,
So an interesting watch, the Piers Morgan.
Yes,
I've not seen
I've
it,
seen
but you've
I
seen
was
it, haven't you?
glued. Yeah, I was a little bit late for work because I couldn't stop watching it, actually. It was
now she tells me,
it was addictive. But I think from that, you think that the actress that plays Martha in Baby Reindeer, she deserves a BAFTA after that performance.
Really good.
Yeah,
give it a watch
100%.
if you've not seen it, definitely.
Definitely. Well, this lady that's come forward now, I'm not allowed to say her name, but it's pretty easy to Google if you have a look. She's since demanded £1 million for that Piers Morgan interview, which is just crazy.
That's silly. But I do think she should have got something from Netflix, because I do think that if Richard Gadd didn't want her identified, he should have made a lot more changes. He could have made Martha a man. He could have done, she was Scottish, and I think he could have put a lot of changes in place where she wasn't so easily picked up, or he could have. Yeah, I think he must have known at the back of his mind, and I think she just wants something from it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, of course she does. She came forward for that interview. She's demanded all this money for it. Piers Morgan said, she was paid for it. Apparently, she got £250.
I read that as well.
How that
she got she got hairdresser and a makeup artist at £250.
Sounds all right.
Take it. We'd be there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a day out, isn't it? 250 quid, get your makeup done, get a nice Mercedes to come and get you. What do you want?
Sounds good.
But so she said she might write a book about it all. We'll have to wait and see on that one. What I find quite funny as well, I think it was this Saturday she was due, or supposedly due, to appear at a nightclub in Coventry to take like autographs and get selfies and things like that. But the club's cancelled it due to negative publicity. So a lot of people were just saying it was all a big PR stunt. But I find it quite funny, this club now, at the weekend, the new offer is that if you quote Martha on the door, you get £1 off your entry.
Oh, wow.
Love that. Love it. As long as she's on board with it, I love it. Why not? Just go for it, Martha.
Oh, God.
So what else has been happening this week, Will?
Done. Well, the second story, and it's mirror front cover today, of course, Ant McPartland baby, which was quite joyous news, quite unexpected as well. Him and Anne-Marie, who got married in 2021. She gave birth yesterday, 8:54 a.m. It was a nice surprise because they haven't confirmed their pregnancy news. We had seen them out and about, but it was kind of a big kept secret. So they announced that on the Ant and Dec Instagram page yesterday. Wilder Patrick McPartland is his name.
What's Wilder? What was
Wilder?
Wilder?
As in Gene Wilder kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a name. Nice. Different.
So not sure why. I've tried to find out why, but no response from the press team on their side. So we can only assume. But Patrick, maybe a nod to the Irish heritage.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
nice.
So I think
and we were saying Ant's actually a bit of an older father, isn't he? Because he's 48 now. Yeah.
Well, it's never too late.
No, it's not.
Well.
No, it's not.
Don't be ageist.
Not for men, anyway. Not for men.
Not for men.
What else?
So very, very good news on that one. And sticking with Ant, actually, if we go right back to the BAFTAs, which was Sunday night, he was actually spotted looking a little bit down. This obviously before the pregnancy announcement, because they'd left kind of empty-handed, which is the first time in a long time in the BAFTA TV Awards section. That was after Joe Lycett got the Best Entertainment Performance Award. So it's usually the duo that get them, isn't it? So that they were probably a little bit confused, but they've had the moment, haven't they? They're still there, but they can't expect to just every year be the top of it. I think it's nice for somebody else to get an opportunity as well. Well, they've got 19, I think now. Wow. I think that would have been the 20th if they've got that category this year. So
maybe
but I'm
year.
sure maybe next year. They've took some time off, so it was to be expected. But I'm sure the news, of his son's birth supersedes any award.
Yes, and he'll probably be really busy and distracted now, changing nappies and doing the night shift and all that jazz. So priorities will change.
Absolutely. So yeah, but it was a great night for the BAFTAs, some good awards. Strictly got the Entertainment Award. Factual Entertainment went to Celebrity Race Across the World, which I've not watched yet, but
we love
really
that,
good.
Yeah.
Best Reality was Squid Game The Challenge, which I have watched. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
And Best Soap was Casualty. So probably
interesting.
and Emmerdale all fighting for that storyline because people are starting to get a bit tired of them ones now, it seems.
That's different, isn't it? Casualty winning that one. Yeah, it's normally one of the mainstream ones. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much, Will.
A lot going on.
Loads going on. Do we have, just one last question, do we have we've got a name. You've told me, I was thinking, going back to the Peter Andre, I was going to say, do we have a name speculation? But we just had that conversation, so I just need to get with the programme.
No, they were quick enough to name.
They
We're
were.
going to have to wait 4 weeks for a name for this one. We've got it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, it was lovely to chat to you, Will. We hope you have a lovely week and we'll speak to you again next
pleasure.
Week.
Thanks, Will.
Thank you. Enjoy the day. See you later.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adore. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. My conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. So I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. But you crawled beneath my veins and now I don't care, I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. There's nothing where he used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, bound and broken under
Welcome back. Welcome to the second hour of the show. We've still got loads to come. We're going to be chatting about Mental Health Week. We've got some tips on how to improve your mental health and things that you can do to make yourself feel better.
We've also got Kelly in the studio joining us, and we're going to be talking about Foster Care Fortnight and everything about foster caring and how you would get involved in that. So that's going to be really interesting. But before that, we've got a fab record coming up. We've got No Doubt, Don't Speak.
You and me, we used to be together every day together, always. I really feel that I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. It looks as though you're letting go, and if it's real, well, I don't want to know. Don't speak, I know just what you said, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking. I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Our memories, they can be inviting, but some are altogether mighty frightening. As we die for you and I, with my head in my hands, I sit and cry. Don't speak, know just what you said, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. No, no, no.
So that's no doubt, and don't speak. And I was saying you should speak.
Yes, we need people to speak. That's a very key message, isn't it, this week?
It is. If you've got a problem or you're not feeling like, yourself, you need to talk about it, don't you? We've had some great advice, really, of things that people can do, haven't we?
We have, yeah. We've had some fab things. One of them actually was came from Sharon, and she's one of our group hosts, isn't she? And she's got this little acronym. Is that is the name, isn't it?
Well done.
Called HALT, and it's something that she's been taught, and it's about thinking if you're starting to feel low and you're just thinking, what is it? What's the problem? First of all, think: are you hungry? Are you angry about something that's within your control? Are you lonely? Do you need to socialise? Or are you tired and do you need to prioritise sleep?
That's 90% of the reasons I'm a bit flat. I'm usually all of those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's overstimulated or overwhelmed. No, I think that's good because that just kind of puts things back into perspective, doesn't it? Sometimes you get just drifting off thinking, oh my God, what's this about? But I think just thinking, right, actually, I'm going to eat something now, or I just need to go and have a sleep now.
Yeah, and have a little walk.
Change your mood,
feel better, can't it?
Yeah,
definitely. So that's all for Mental Health Week, and it's also Foster Caring Fortnight. So we're joined in the studio today with Kelly from the
Kelly's from the foster care company North East, and she's going to be talking to us about how you kind of get involved. I know there's a big push for foster carers at the moment, so tell us a little bit about the company that you work for, and how did you get into this job role?
Yeah, so it's actually the Fostering Company North East.
Sorry.
That's all right. And so if I start with the Fostering Company, so we're a small agency. We've got about 22 fostering families. And it was started in 2013 by Camilla, and she is still the registered manager. Now, that's quite a big thing in terms of fostering, in terms of staff teams, and what that means is all of our foster carers know who Camilla is, and all of the social workers within the team. So when foster carers might need that bit of extra support and something like out of hours, and it's beyond, fostering is massively beyond that 9 to 5, it means that when you pick up the phone, the person that you speak to knows you and knows what's happening, which is huge. When
That's
you
really
need
lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, when you need that level of support, they're there. And then, so yes, we are the Fostering Company North East. We're also a social enterprise because we're part of Five Rivers Childcare. So we joined Five Rivers in 2018. That gives us more support in terms of therapeutic input, really, from their team. So it's just a massive organisation, really, to work for. We might be small, but there's lots of support there. And I suppose how I got into it was, I laugh because it makes me feel really old, but I've been a qualified social worker now for 12 years this year. My background is I've worked in safeguarding, I've worked in child protection, I've looked after children's teams, and kind of moved through to fostering, and then obviously now working in this job, so my official title is Foster and Engagement Social Worker. Ultimately, it's a very privileged position to be able to go out and meet people in the community, meeting families and people who are interested in fostering, want to find out more. And as we said, it's Fostering Fortnight, so that's the Fostering Network's annual campaign to try and raise awareness of fostering and the need for foster carers. But it also gives us the opportunity to thank carers and foster carers in particular for the amazing thing they do.
Yeah. So you've said there's actually a huge shortage of foster carers at the minute, and that's part of this foster care fortnight and the push to kind of try and, I guess, engage more families to come on board. Why do you think that might be?
I think it's a massive... Fostering is not for everybody, just to start with. Some people don't like children, and that's okay, but we probably wouldn't suggest fostering was for you. I think sometimes there's a lot of myths around fostering and around who can foster. So people think, oh, I'm single, I can't foster, or I'm maybe part of the LGBTQ plus community and I can't foster, and it's simply not true. We need foster carers from all ages. You know, it's often another myth in terms of people thinking they're too old. And again, you know, you were saying about women being too old, or women can be too old to have children. Well, actually, while it's not the same, fostering will give some people that opportunity to provide a life for a child, and that's what fostering is. It's about taking a child into your home and your life. It's so much more than, you know, just a spare bedroom. Fostering is so much more complex than that. But the other myths kind of around fostering is some people don't know that there's a fostering allowance.
Right, okay.
So when people are looking at work and whether or not they might be able to reduce their hours, the age of the fostering allowance that you receive depends on the age of the child. So for children who are aged 10 and under, you'd receive £407 per child per week, and for children 11 and over you'd receive £462 per child per week. And I say that because if you've got, for example, 2 bedrooms, you may well want to look after a brother and a sister, etc. So you would receive that allowance. And I think with the money side, people are often afraid to ask that question. And you could never foster for money. 1, because we wouldn't let you, and 2, you wouldn't get anything from it. But actually, you know, for some people, as we've said, you know, we're all aware of a cost of living crisis. If you sat with a spare bedroom and a desire to change children's lives, could you think about fostering?
Yeah, it's certainly very interesting. So how long do you generally have? I know it would vary. So how long do you generally have the children for? Is it?
Yeah, so it can vary massively. So just of our children with our agency, 70% of them are placed long term. So what that means is that their plan of independence up until their child's 18 and potentially beyond that, their plan is to stay with the foster carer. So that's a huge number. Equally, we've got carers who will do parent and child placements where that won't be for as long, but they're supporting, you know, that parent and the child and working with very closely with the children's social worker and looking at the plans for the often babies and the parents to see what will, you know, their care plan be. And the other options in terms of fostering are short-term fostering, which is anything up to kind of a year to 2 years, but that doesn't necessarily mean
that's still quite a long time. Isn't it?
There is a short break or respite, which would be for a couple of nights up to a week, but those tend to be the kind of main types of fostering. Really,
that's really interesting. I didn't know that.
I know, it's so interesting. And if you've already got children of your own, you know, are you still able to foster? I guess, is that just a conversation on, I suppose, the knowledge of your own family unit and whether it would be something that would work for you or not? Yeah,
it is, absolutely. So we do have foster carers with their own birth children. We would always match alongside your children. We tend to say to leave an age gap of around 2 years kind of between each.
Right, okay.
Between the age of the looked after child, our children, and your own children. But yeah, it would depend on each family's circumstance, because the kind of basic criteria for fostering, if you like, is to have a spare bedroom.
Right, okay.
And I think, you know, you talked about some of the challenges and why there's such a shortage of carers, and I think sometimes it does come down to people not having the space right now. So it might be when children have grown into adults and left home, absolutely. Yeah, so it would depend.
It's fascinating chatting to you. We'll stop for a short break and then we'll be back and we'll chat a little bit more.
You should have been an angel. It would have suited you. My gold leaf triptych angel. She knows just what to do. In the half light of morning, in our world between the sheets, I swear I saw her angel wing. My vision was complete. And I know I'll never want another lover, my sweet. Can there be more in this world than the child?
Stone Roses and Tightrope. Love that song.
Nice chilled song, wasn't it?
It was always that kick it out song at the student union when I was at uni.
Turn the lights off.
That was the lights on, get yourself home. That instant sobering song.
Bringing you down a little bit. Yeah. Fab song. Oh, thanks everyone for listening. We're having a really fab day today. We've got a lovely session. We're joined by Kelly, and we've been talking about all things foster care, but we are going to be right back just after this short break.
On DAB radio, online and smart speakers.
This is the Red.
Welcome back. So we're talking to Kelly about foster care, and it's just been really interesting finding out about sort of how it all works, really. If we've got some people out there listening thinking, you know, they might be interested in getting involved, what kind of what would you expect? How does it all work? Where do you start? What's the time frame? I guess what's your input into the type of child that you might want to fit into your life, I guess?
Yeah, so initially you would start by having a conversation with one of our care inquiry teams, or if you see us around, we often get about in different places, so you'll see our fostering company, or it might be Five Rivers, and have a chat to us, because we can talk through a lot of the questions that you will have. We've been doing this a long time. So we're best, we know what we're talking about. So the kind of starting point is we'll ask you some very basic questions. Are you over the age of 21? Have you got a spare bedroom that's not used by anybody else? There are certain criminal convictions and cautions that would prevent you from working with children, but you would know if you were those. I think sometimes people can be a bit put off if they've been involved with the police and things, maybe it's when they were younger, and they think, maybe they've not had the right kind of experience, or they might have had challenges within their own lives, including, I guess, some mental health issues of their own. And what we say is just have a chat with us and be honest, because we will talk you through, where we think we can progress to a fostering assessment. So initially we do a home visit, and it would just be an informal chat. You get to know about the organisation, about exactly like what you've just asked, really, in terms of the children that you'd be caring for, and you'd learn a bit more about the background of some of our children. We'll share all that with you right at the beginning. We're not here to say that fostering's easy, because it's not. It is challenging, but equally the support that you will receive from the fostering company is amazing, and those are the part that help, and that you need to know more about that when you are considering fostering. That's really key. So in the home visit, we'll look a bit of your background, as I say, your mental health. It's not to say that people, I think years ago, there was a conception that if you were taking antidepressants, you couldn't be a foster carer. That's not the case. What we ask for, and what we look kind of really at the outset, is that your mental health is stable enough to take a child on who may present challenges and who may test your resilience. And if we think, now might not be the right time for you, we'll explain that to you. We're not going to take you through and say, we'll go through to an assessment if we don't think that's the right time. Equally, when we're doing a home visit, it is just that basic kind of information. And then you would, in terms of the fostering assessment, that's probably might be helpful to touch on that. The assessment itself takes between 4 to 6 months, and it seems like a long time, but it would involve weekly sessions with a social worker who would go through, I suppose, every aspect of your life, and we can't shy away from that. The assessment is in detail, and I think that can put some people off, but you'd only have to share your story the once with us. You're not going to have to repeat that in a week's time or 6 months' time. You'll have to share that with us then. Some people find it quite cathartic, and as I say, we'll support you through that. So we do that, and ultimately we put together the fostering assessment, and as I said, it's looking at your suitability to foster. So we look at things, your experiences, your skills, and things that you are confident in managing. We look at if there's any behaviours that you might find difficult. You don't have to have had your own children to foster.
That's interesting, because that was one of the preconceived ideas that you have, I suppose, that you think you've got to have been a parent already.
No, absolutely not. You don't have to. We'll help you. We'll give you some of the skills and experience, and particularly if you've been working in caring professions, or you've been, we've had and got and need care of some all walks of life. And like I say, of different ages too, and then the part of the fostering assessment would include a fostering medical, and a few other checks, and we'll talk through all that initial visit, really. And then what happens is, once you've gone through the fostering assessment, you will go to panel, and they would also make a recommendation of your suitability to foster, and it goes to the agency's decision maker to rubber stamp it. And it's really hard because it sounds like a long-winded process and there's a lot to go through. But all by your side, always by your side. That's where we are.
That's your role.
We're at the end of a phone.
Yeah.
We're in person. We'll see you every week. It sounds like a lot of people probably do get sick of us at some point. It's to be expected. But then, once you've gone through that, even as you're going through the fostering assessment, we will talk to you about matching. So when we talk about matching, what we're looking at is the types of children, the types of child or young person that is going to fit best with you and your family. And we ask, do you have a preference on age or gender? Because again, we're looking at your family circumstances. So if you've got a house full of boys and perhaps teenage boys, you're not going to want a teenage girl, ultimately. And we look at all of your circumstances on an individual basis. At the fostering company, we don't do emergency placements. So you would never get a phone call from us at the typical kind of 6 o'clock or 5:30 on a Friday and say, can you take this young person? That's not what we do. Our placements are planned and they are matched, which gives everybody the best chance of stability, which is what our young children and young people need, but also our carers need that, their families need that.
And is it quite I guess once you are matched and that's happened, is there sort of a bridging period, I guess, where you sort of, maybe they come for home visits and that kind of thing before they come permanently? Yeah,
in a sense. So we'd always, part of the matching is that you would see the child's background, you would have their, what we call a referral history. So you'd have as much information about a child or young person. You might want to find out a bit more, and we can do that, about their likes and dislikes. And then, exactly like what you said, we'd have some introductions. You might meet in more of a neutral place initially, or then come over and it might be for an evening meal or something like that. It depends on each circumstance is different, and I think that's so hard with fostering because you talk about so many infinite possibilities, whereas ultimately at the end of it you'll end up working with 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 children. But equally, we're not saying you've got to take 3 all at the same time. Some people do, some people don't. So you would always have a say. You're not placed under any pressure to take a child or young person. If you don't feel it's a fit for you and your family, we'll talk to you about that. We are led by our carers, really.
And what do your foster carers, what do they feel is the real benefit of becoming a foster carer?
Ultimately it is about changing children's lives, and it sounds so drastic, but it is true. We've just done a video, really, and we've launched it on Foster Care Fortnight, and a lot of our carers are talking about and giving their insights. They probably do a lot better than I, to be honest. But they're talking about why you should foster, and they're talking a lot about, if you've got a thought about it, just do it. Some people wish they'd done it a long time before, because you're changing a child's life, but what that's given you as well in terms of a sense of purpose. And I speak to so many different people doing my role, people who fostered for years and years and who have retired, because that happens, and that's allowed to happen as well. But they say, actually, we've looked after so many children, and seeing the outcomes that for the children and young people and the little things. So we do a lot in terms of listening to children. That is such a key part of social work, but it's key to the fostering company. And we'd asked, I think she was a little 8-year-old girl, what's good about your life? And she said, when the carers listen to them and help some of their worries and make them go away. And it's those little parts, when you're talking to children and young people, actually, what do you like about living with your carers? What's good about living with them? Sometimes they make nice food, sometimes they take them out places, but it's also the times when they listen to them. And sometimes, as I say, I've been a social worker now for a long time, sometimes the words and phrases that children will use still shock me, and even from a young age, children want to be respected and valued. And as an organisation, we do that with our carers, who can do that with our children. So we're like a small family, really, in that sense.
It sounds amazing.
It does. Yeah, it's so interesting. We'll have another a short break, and then we'll come back and we'll chat a little bit more.
Great.
a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. No, I know that I'm not all that you got. I guess that I just thought maybe we could find new ways to fall apart. But our friends are back, so let's raise a toast. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. Counting home tonight, just counting home tonight. Counting home tonight, just counting home tonight. The moon is on my side, I have no reason to run. So will someone come and carry me home tonight? The angels never arrive, but I can hear the choir. So will someone come and carry me home tonight? We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Welcome back. You're listening to Loose Lips on the Red. We're joined by Kelly from the Foster Caring Company. Have I said it wrong again?
Fostering
Company.
Oh dear. I'm going to have to get
delirious today, aren't we?
It's lovely to have you here, Kelly. And we've been talking about the sort of process that you go through. And one of the questions that we had was, what kind of support do you offer for foster carers?
So as I say, right from the outset, you would have a social worker who's completing that assessment with you. As part of the assessment, you'll meet the team, all of us at some point in the kind of assessment stage, even if it's coming to panel. And we know that can be daunting, so it's nice that you've met everybody before that point. And then you'd have kind of an introductory meeting. You would know who your supervising social worker is going to be when you go to panel. So it just takes a bit of that anxiety away, thinking, oh, who am I going to be working with? And as I said earlier, because it is such a close-knit team, you will know the social workers, and that is so important. And you know, I'm laughing because I think about all the times I go into the office and we've got little ones in there because the carers are doing training. So we understand that foster carers might not have childcare, particularly for younger ones. So you've got to have your own support network, and we look at that in the assessment. But equally, there's times when people might need that extra bit of support, so we can do that. So we have an amazing foster and support working there, and even Lorraine and Ruth, and who work in the office in business support, they often lend a hand too. And it's just, you know, we see these children, little ones who haven't, you know, you're there one week and the little one isn't walking, starting to take a few tentative steps, and you go back a couple of weeks later and she's running around you. Like, oh, she's grown so quick. So yeah, there is a lot of support there. You would have your own supervising social worker who, so there's, in terms of fostering regulations, you've got to be seen to have a supervision once a month if you've got children in placement. So we do things a bit differently. So yes, you will have a supervision once a month, but you will also have just a visit, like a catch-up visit with your social worker. Equally, we're at the end of a phone, there's always someone on duty, and again, as I said, it's somebody who you would know. And then they will come along, your social worker, or the duty worker, if they weren't able, will go along to the meetings with you, so you're not on your own. That is the biggest thing. If nobody takes anything else with fostering, with the fostering company, you're not on your own. There's always somebody there. We are trying to change lives together, and if we don't support our carers, they're not going to be able to look after our children. So we offer lots and lots of different training. It would be, so this is the kind of standard trainers, that's that right? We call it mandatory training, but we have words for everything, don't we? The ones you'd expect: safeguarding, paediatric first aid. There was a health and safety one in there. So we do the ones that we have to do, but then we also do a lot of training on therapeutic parenting. We also have a therapeutic social worker who works in our office, so there's somebody there and available, and that's so important because she runs individual sessions and individual clinics as well as group workshops. And therapeutic parenting is the kind of biggest tool and support that we can share with you and help you to develop your skills, because it's how we work with children, and not in terms of us managing their behaviour, but in terms of them learning to understand their emotions. And we talked about mental health, and it's so important. We talk about naming and taming feelings in therapeutic parenting, and we offer lots and lots of training around that. And again, that's key for all of our carers and parents.
Yeah, I think that's it's really important, I think, to get that message across, because I imagine lots of people listen and we know these children come perhaps from challenging backgrounds. So I think what I've taken from that is actually it is quite a very well supported experience, isn't it? You're not doing it on your own. You're not out there on your own. You're doing it with the backing of all of you guys. And
absolutely, as well as the child, the young person will have their own social worker as well. But it's just what we offer on top of that, and it's not all just about, I shouldn't say the boring stuff, because our training's not boring, but we've got, we run lots of things throughout the year, opportunities for carers and the children, young people to meet up. So whether or not it's at the park or we go bowling, or, as I say, we've been doing filming for our new video all at the beach, and let me tell you, it was a very windy day. Lots of dogs, lots of children, and it's just that family environment really, which is important for carers, because we also run carer support groups. So again, it's a chance for foster carers to kind of catch up and offload and seek support from each other, which is invaluable.
So it's like being part of the whole community, really, isn't
absolutely, it really is. Yeah.
So if we've got people listening and they're interested in finding out a little bit more, like you say, just even having that initial conversation, have you got website, social media, or
we've got everything.
Everything. Go on then and tell us what they are.
So website is the Fostering Company .co.uk, and
if you said it right.
I have said it right. I'm just thinking, is that the actual website? If you type the Fostering Company North East into Google, it will absolutely come up.
Yeah.
But I mean, so yeah, have a look at that, and have a look at our Facebook page.
Yes.
We do have quite a lot on there, and our Facebook page is called the Fostering Company. And then you can give us a ring, so that'll put you through to our care inquiry team, and they'll have a chat. They're all lovely and friendly. It's what you need, isn't it? You need someone nice and friendly. So yeah, our number's 0191 283 6445, But yeah, have a look at our website, have a look at Facebook, and just, if you're thinking about it, just take that little next step.
Yeah.
And just try giving us a ring.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because it's going to change a child's life. It's such
and
a rewarding thing
yeah,
to
absolutely.
do. So, yeah, it's definitely worth exploring your options. But it's been lovely for you to come in.
Thank you for having
thanks so
me.
much for joining us.
It's such an interesting topic.
Really interesting.
It's really nice to talk about it and find out a little bit more. I feel like I've learnt loads, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right, well, keep listening and we'll be right back shortly.
This is the Red.
Too late, got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. But I keep cruising, can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, I shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. I never miss a beat. I'm lightning on my feet, and that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own, dancing on my own. I'll make the moves up as I go, and that's what they don't know. That's what they don't know. But I keep cruising, can't stop, won't stop grooving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, I shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. Shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off.
Hey, hey, hey! Just think, while you've been getting down and out about the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down to this sick beat.
My ex-man brought his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, but I'm just gonna shake into the fella over there with the hella good hair. Won't you come on over, baby? We can shake, shake, shake. Yeah. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, 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 break. And the faker's gonna fake, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. I shake it off, I shake it off. 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 Shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off. You got to shake it off, I shake it off. I shake it off, I shake it off.
We'll have to shake it off, won't we?
Shake it off. That was a great interview, wasn't it?
It was really fascinating because I think there's so many misconceptions around fostering of who can foster and who can't, and you just imagine there's so many barriers to it. But when you speak to somebody, it's fascinating to know that it's open to everybody, really, and you could make such a difference to a child's life.
Definitely. Yes, lots of food for thought there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've had quite an exciting week this week, haven't we, at Pims and Needles?
We have. So Pims and Needles has expanded into the north. We've gone into Gateshead. So we've got a new group that started last night at Lowfell. We've had, over the years, so many emails and messages saying, come up north. Like, our furthest north before that was Chesterley Street. So we finally took that step and gone into Gateshead. Started last night, and they had a cracking night, didn't they?
Yeah, they were doing glass painting. So if you've never heard of Pims and Needles, or you're listening for the first time, we run women's groups all over the region. That's our furthest north. We go down to Beedale in North Yorkshire, right across to the east coast, don't we? And across to Barnard Castle.
We've got loads
on the
across
west.
Teesside as well.
Loads in Teesside, Middlesbrough, and I'm not all over. And we do a different activity each month. So you sign up as a member and you come along and you just basically enjoy the peace and quiet. It depends on the activity, but you enjoy the you time for 2 hours, don't you?
Yeah, bit of time out. So we have loads of people come from different professions, don't we? We have a lot of teachers that come.
Yeah.
We have people that work in professional services, and we have people that are just like whatever, that are mums or sort of choose to do their own thing. And I think they come along just for that, I say, just that mental downtime where you're looked after by somebody else. So you might have a really stressful job and you come along and you just have a cup of tea, have some cake and do some sewing or do some painting.
And you don't have to bring anything with you.
No.
So we try and make it that way, because we know, like, if you had to go out and get a certain pack of pens or something, it's just like another thing in your life that you can't achieve, isn't it? So you can just literally turn up and we provide all of the materials and equipment, which is a pleasure, isn't it?
It is, and it's lovely because we see people coming in really stressed out after a hard day. We see them skip out the door, don't we, afterwards, that they've really enjoyed it and they've gone away with something that they've made. So it's lovely. So if you're interested, you can find us online at pimsandneedles.co.uk. So we're Pims with a double M, as in the drink, and find out more about our groups. But we had Jo there last night helping.
Yeah, so Jo is one of our group hosts. She's been hosting the Darlington groups for quite a while, hasn't she? And we wanted to do a little shout out because her lovely mum has sadly passed away, and it was actually her funeral today, wasn't it?
So she was 93. So we'll be thinking of you, Mary. We're having a little bit of trifle tonight to think about you and celebrate your life. And we're playing Mr. What's he called again? Mr. Blue Eyes.
Oh. I was thinking, are you trying to think of the word for Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, I was thinking that, but he's known by a name. Everyone in the cars, Old Blue Eyes. Everybody in the cars will be shouting at me what this is. But yeah, this one's for you, Mary. This is Frank Sinatra.
You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, and a wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so spring has sprung. And every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I wanna go and play hide and seek. I wanna go and bounce the moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running across a meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You
make me feel there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so young.
What a song.
Beautiful song. For a beautiful lady.
A beautiful lady indeed. So yeah, we've been talking about mental health today on the show because it is Mental Health Fortnight. So
Mental Health Week.
Mental Health Week.
We're getting our fortnights and our weeks muddled up now, aren't we?
So Mental Health Awareness Week. So what do you do for your mental health, Charlotte?
I do. I think after last week listening to Aaron talk about being outside, I know you said I wasn't outsidey last week. That was more indoor, but I am quite outside.
You are outside.
I do ish. Yes, I mean I'm not watery, but I got over that last week. But I do love going out, taking the dog for a walk is a simple thing that I do, and I think that's such a good excuse, having a dog, because you have to do that. I'm really lucky because I live near the river, so I can just do a circuit of the river, and it's just like half an hour where your brain is completely free, isn't it? There's no phones, there's no kids, it's just a nice pleasant time. The other thing I was thinking about is my little dipping.
Yes, I got you.
My cold water
for your birthday. Didn't you? All of the Pimps and Needles Girls Club together and got you a cold water plunge pool.
Yeah, so I was better probably last year. I was doing it more regularly. So on the morning I'd get up and I'd just go in and just plunge in and try and stay in there as long as possible and then get back out again. So yeah, but I've got it back out and it's blown up, and we filled it up at the weekend, so it's back in the garden. So I'm going to start doing that again. And the other thing that I have been doing is having acupuncture and reflexology.
Yeah. Wow.
I've been doing that for about a year and a half.
Does it hurt to get an acupuncture?
No, not at all. I started having it because I was having problems with like dizziness and balance and vertigo. So she was giving me it initially to try and help that, but as the time's gone on and that's settled down a little bit, I said to her actually last time, do you mind me still coming? And she said, no, of course I don't. She said, loads of people come just for the well-being, and she puts points in your ears that help, and she does a lot of reflexology, and she does a lot of work on my vagus nerve, which is the one that helps with your mental health and things. And it doesn't hurt. It's pleasurable. It's lovely.
Really?
Yeah.
Needles getting stuck in you.
It's fine. Well, it's just a lovely experience. She's such a nice lady. Yeah, it's great. So what do you do?
Well, I'm into sort of gym. I say gym, I don't go in the gym, I go to classes. So I like aquarobics. I've been going on a morning, and 8 o'clock till 8:30. Love it. It makes me feel full of beans the rest of the day. I live near the beach, so love walking the dogs. I like getting out and about and getting some fresh air. For me, I love decorating.
Yes.
So if I'm having a day at work where I'm struggling with a spreadsheet, I think I'm going to go downstairs and paint that bathroom door a different colour. So I don't know why, but the kids come home and they'll be like, was that not blue before we left and now it's white? And I just like to paint things, and I think at home, I think if I've done a little bit of something and changed something at home and made it look a little bit better, it somehow just perks me up. I don't know.
Well, I think it's two things. One, I think your brain, like just painting, actual motion of your hands doing that, your brain just wanders, doesn't it? It's really nice. And then the satisfaction of accomplishing, of improving something, like you say, is what gives you the boost, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like my partner's like, if he comes back and I start stripping wallpaper, and he knows that we've got it all to paint and all to do again, he's not best pleased. But it just makes me feel better, so you've just got to go with it. So you might have something really random that makes you feel better, and if it does, just go
just do it. Yeah. Well, it's been a lovely show. I've really enjoyed talking about fostering, and talking to Fagin has been fun. And all of your ideas about what you do for mental health, it's great. Thank you for getting in touch. But thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. And we'll be back next week. So keep listening to The Red, and we'll see you very soon.
On DAB Radio, online and smart speakers. This is The Tune, The Cat, The Red News.
It said news.
It's
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I